Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel, Filipina Beauty Blog. And my name is Sana and this is my husband.
I'm Terry.
Yay! Thank you. And our topic today is very important, especially for those, Filipina who moves in here in America. Our challenges, my challenges, for a year I've been, it's been challenged for me. My challenges when I move here in America. That's I would like to share it to you guys. What do you think?
Yes, it was an interesting year.
I know.
I was concerned about it a couple times, worried about you a few times, but you struggled through it, and yes.
Yeah, a lot of couple. I would like to share my challenges in struggling for a year since when I moved here in America. My first 2 months here. We'll start there. First 2 months when I moved in here in America. So I was alone, and Terry went to work every day.
Yes.
Yes, and I was bored actually. If you get used to work every day and you're always busy, and suddenly when you move in the new country, you're by yourself at home, no friends, no family, no relatives. What do you think? Maybe you get crazy.
No, you never got crazy. And on top of that, when your first 2 months, you moved here, I had to work, or she had to stay in this house by herself during her first hurricane typhoon by herself.
Yeah.
Because I was required to work during a storm event, and she was here all by herself.
Yes, it was. I'm very brave during that hurricane actually. And the reason why I decided to stay by myself because Terry told me that the house built for hurricane.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I said, I can stay by myself. And I tell you guys, I didn't sleep at all.
The wind and it was blowing real loud for hours and hours. Yeah, so
yeah.
that was her with her first 2 months of arriving. She had to stay by herself during a hurricane.
Exactly, and I'll survive. Actually, I will survive during that hurricane. And the next morning, when I came out in the house, it was, oh my God, branches everywhere. So messy, very messy. And of course, the house is still there, the roof's still there.
So that was her only excitement for the first 2 months, but go on with your story.
Yeah, and one of my challenges and struggle is the time between Philippines and America. It was, it's 12 hours difference, so every time I have to connect with my family, with my kids, so the 12 hours is day here and nighttime in Philippines. And aside of that 12 hours difference, make sure my kids are available to talk.
Yeah, they had to work. The family had to work, so there was only certain times that they could communicate with you.
Exactly. So it's really hard for me. But although I get used to far away from them because I was working abroad before I moved in here. But it's still hard, because when I was in abroad, I have friends to talk every day, every minute. But here, it's different. It's really big difference. It's a big changes for me.
And I was worried about this at the beginning because once we got together, I started watching a show on television. It was the first season. It was called 90-Day Visa, and it really helped me in the process. But on that, the couples did talk about when they did come to a different country, America. They were bored for the first couple months because she couldn't work. She didn't have a green card.
Exactly, yeah. And we talk about that green card since he mentioned that. You can't work without legal documents, like green card, which is when you have a green card holder, you're able to get a job, you're able to get a driver license all forget the driver license. I don't know how to drive. So I had to wait to have a green card. So it's a long wait, you know. So I can't stand stay in the house every day. So we talk about take a bus, you know.
Yeah.
Said since the bus stop from our house is just a half miles, you know. I don't know how many kilometers is that, half miles. So I did that, you know, just able to get out in the house, you know, to find something or do something, you know, to get out in the house. So I took the bus and I went to the mall, walk around, you know, there, and I saw one store, which is the veteran store.
Veterans, military veterans.
Military,
store.
yeah, and I went inside and I talked to the manager if they, hey, are you looking for a volunteer as a salesperson? And guess what? All the people there are volunteers. And I said, can I do it? Or are you guys accepting me?
So yeah, this was a place that sold all kinds of clothing and hats and things, and it was for it was for veterans, and so you were able to fit right in with all the other people that were volunteering their time to sell the material for the veterans.
Yes, and it's you support also for the veterans people there, you know. So I was so happy because they said, of course you are welcome to help us, and that's it. Then the next day I start to work with them.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you worked there 3 days a week, volunteering 5 hours a day.
Yes.
So that relieved a little bit of the boredom for the first couple 3 months. That helped get things going. After the first 2 months was challenging, and then we found where you could volunteer. So that helped after that.
Yeah, it helps. You know, it's like, oh my God, I have life again. I'm not staying in the house every day. Yeah. So, and when I found that things to do, so I decided to, I and my husband decided to went to a local college in our town, and you know, and he said, why don't you get a GED diploma, which is called a high school diploma. Although, guys, I have already a diploma in Philippines, you know, to just upgrade your memory.
Yeah, I mean, it was, again, it gave you something to do. So, yes, you had your high school diploma from the Philippines, but our local college is not far from where we live. And, well, it's a satellite campus, and they offered classes for English and math and then general classes to prep you for the GED.
Yeah. Yeah, it is actually, it was great steps for me when I went to college there. First, I met a lot of foreigner there, you know, Cambodian, Peruvian, I mean, foreigner people who went to America.
They were in an English class trying to learn proper English.
Yeah, we just upgrade ourselves. Okay, I'm not good in English, so I'm not shy about that. I want to improve. And guess what? Not only we improve ourselves, we meet a lot of people there. And I got a friends in that college campus.
Multiple friends, yes.
Yes.
Cambodians from Peru.
Yeah, it's like you call it what is this? Universe friends, because it's different country, you know. Right. So I never regret to went to that college. I'm so thankful to my husband to think about that. And you know what, guys? Professors are awesome. They are very good. I tell you, I was amazed how they approach the student. They're all very helpful. And
one of them had been all around the world in Southeast Asia quite a bit.
Yeah, one of our English professor, he's went to the different country to teach in English, and he went also to Philippines actually for 6 months to teach English there in University of the Philippines.
Yeah, he's retired now.
Yeah.
He's in his 70s, but he's volunteering at the college to help other foreigners come into the country and take classes and learn English, and he's a great, tremendous help.
He is a great professor in English teacher. Yeah, so yeah, I have fun in college. I made a lot of friends, and until now they're have a communicate each other. And actually, it was what I call this moving forward for me, because I heard some of them, they can't stand to live in here because they don't have friends,
Yeah,
and
it's
they end
challenging
up,
for them.
yeah, they end up to go back to their own country because they said they will be you know broken for them.
Yeah, it was hard to leave their country and come here and try to start a new life without any friends or whatever. So it was very hard for them. And some of them, two of them we know of, did go back.
Yeah.
The others have stayed, and actually worked with two of them. Once she got her green card, she was able to take a little part-time job. So it progressed from being bored for a couple months and really having a hard time with it. Then we found the volunteering.
Yeah.
That helped. That got us into the 6th and 7th month. Then we decided to college. She actually rode her bike to college. It was that close. She actually rode her bike to the college, and then the time changed. Then it was dark in the morning. It was too dangerous to ride her bike. So she started taking the bus. And she got her taking her classes, and then sat for her GED test and passed that. It's multiple tests, English, math, and so forth. And then once you got your green card, you were able to actually start a little part-time job.
Yeah, and I have to mention, while I'm taking a bus, I meet also a lot of people there. My first friend, I met her inside the bus. She's a Filipina,
Okay.
Yeah, and you know what? I never regret to walk every day in the bus stop, because I meet a lot of people there, and I'm so happy. And my funny experience in the English class is, first, they asked me, why are you here in this class? Your English is very good. Because actually most of my classmates in English class, they really can speak English. There are most Spanish people there. And I said, well, in our country, they have an English class. We have an English subject, and we speak English also.
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm not here, not because I'm good in English, I want to improve more. I told them, explained to them. I can talk right now, but some of my grammar I need to improve.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, okay.
So it went through stages, but it was tough. Then once you got your green card and you started working a little bit, the next challenge became somebody that had been public transportation her entire life, riding buses and trains to work or to and from everywhere. I had the honor to teach her how to drive.
Yeah. My piece of advice to all these women, don't ask your husband to teach you to drive.
Go get a class, because it's nerve-wracking. Yeah, I agree with you. Let someone else teach you how to drive.
I don't know. I think it's a couple thing. I heard all the F word from my husband while he teaching me to
Scared
drive.
me to death. It's terrible, terrible. But again, you didn't grow up driving, so you didn't pay attention to the road or what the driver was doing. So it was very challenging. I felt sorry for the driving instructor once she took her test, but she did well.
I did well. I didn't expect I passed, but he really did give patience for me to learn to drive. Yeah, but of course your wife, you're angry, I didn't know the speed limit is 45, I did 60. Because I'm angry.
So your advice to somebody coming to America would be to find something to do, volunteer.
Exactly. Guys, you won't get bored here in America for the first 1 year here. You try to do something. Don't be afraid to talk. Especially Filipino are very good in English. I believe in that. And we are very, we're very smart and what do you call this, brave, We're not afraid to try something, even your first months, second months here in America or somewhere in other country.
So basically, the first 2 months was challenging.
Yeah.
So, but we overcome it. We found volunteering. We found you to go to college classes and GET courses.
Yeah.
And then you still have continued with college classes now, but
Yeah.
and then
Yes.
Meeting the friends on the bus,
Yeah. Yeah.
meeting the friends in the classroom, and then the challenges of driving. So
Yeah, it's really my first, of course, when I get my we called it professional driver license.
right,
First they give you the student license, which is you cannot drive without somebody who's professional.
right.
So when I passed the test, the actual test, they give me the professional driver license, which is I can drive by myself without somebody. I tell you, my knee is really shaking.
Yeah. Yeah. I was waiting for the phone call to come get me. I quit. I don't want to drive no more.
No, I'm not. No.
So,
But
okay.
I know if I'm the one is nervous to drive, he's the most one who is nervous because I don't know what he expecting, or I call him many times, babe, I have a flat tire.
Yeah, some reason she was good at flat tires.
Yeah, I
but-
was in the campus when after done my class, I always check my tire, and I found that one of my tires was flat, and I called him.
So,
Yeah.
Okay. So your advice to people that are coming, what would you advise them?
Do something, guys, to something that you're not bored in the house. There's a lot of stuff to do here in America. Volunteering while you're waiting for your green card. If you love planting and you have a big yard, do that. I'm not doing that. That's not my type. I'm afraid of snake. I tell you, I have a 5-acre here, and I think it's not my thing to do planting
Right.
vegetable or whatever, because I am afraid of snake.
Volunteer,
Yeah.
go to take extra classes in
Yeah.
school classes or what have you, or any kind of classes, pottery classes or something while your significant other, your spouse is at work or whatever, find something to do.
Yeah, I did also in the library community. I did the volunteering in the library.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know. I try to do something to make it busy, because I can stand in the house alone and nothing to do. So I survived for a year. Yeah.
It was challenging the first couple months, but anyways, okay.
Yeah, and I hope guys you learned something from this video,
Yes.
and I really love to share the challenges, and I know most of them are really survivor for 1 year, at least 1 year, a couple months, and most of them have a husband who really support their wives, especially foreigner.
So comment
Yeah.
below if you have any questions. She'll
Please.
help you.
Yes, ask anything, guys, and I'm willing to answer all your questions. And yeah, that's it. And thank you for my husband who has joined with my video today.
No problem.
Yeah, and guys, don't forget to like my video, and those who's new on my channel, please subscribe my channel. And I would like to introduce my husband's channel, Chasing My Asian Queen.
Oh yes, my Asian
Yes,
queen.
you just also visit his channel. Yes, everything his content is his Asian Queen, which is me.
Okay.
Yes, thanks guys, and thank you for always your support for
Thank
my
you.
blog.
Hope you enjoyed the video.
Yes, thank you so much, and see you in my next vlog.